Witajcie moi drodzy, ja jestem Blady i zapraszam was na kolejny odcinek z Zagrajmy w Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Jeżeli nie widzieliście poprzedniego, to może w karcie? Chociaż nie pamiętam, czy karty jeszcze działają, czy już nie działają. Nie wiem, mieszają cały czas z tym YouTube'em. Na końcu na pewno pojawi się playlista, jeśli z tym, zarówno z Call of Juarez, a jak jest z Wiedźminem. Ale cóż, bez zbędnego przedłużania, zaczynajmy trzecią misję już.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for old man Clanton.
No i dobra, mamy informacje, dalej o fabule. Tutaj zaniszczenie kaktusów można expa zdobyć.
Which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man. Over there! There! I did my best to help those poor passengers. You can run, but you can't hide. Shoot that running son of a bitch!
Gdzież się schował?
Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads. Making use of
Trochę za daleko na rewolwery.
Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force. Get him! See, at the time, I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge.
Dobra.
But to get to Ringo, I
Dało
knew
się.
I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first.
Przeładowuj karabin.
I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up.
No dobra, czyli... Jeszcze raz muszę.
Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim.
A nie ma mamo. Zaraz, gdzie ja mam uciekać? Dalej jestem prześwietlony, bo to nagrywam, wiecie, te dwa odcinki od razu, po kolei. Dobra, dalej nie tak.
Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
Dobra.
I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this? Where's he gonna run to now?
Tu jest dość ładnie zrobione.
I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going. And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven, I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. Bat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know.
No i dobra. Mam trochę nabojów.
And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack.
Dobra, co teraz? W sumie? Te dwie umiejętności, czemu nie?
I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds. It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
O, to jest dość trudny, jak dobrze pamiętam. Tak, to jest zędliwy jak baba, złośliwy jak diabli. Techland on ma nie...
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, Clanton, I'm coming for you! A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come. But I knew I could not let that deter me.
Jakoś tak
Not if I
trzeba
was to
było.
find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun. Do I gotta reload again? Wait, goddamn bullets!
Nie. Mam takiego za... Oj, no i co się dzieje, jak się zadrze z kartaczownicą. Dobra.
Let me tell you, that was the longest uphill climb of my entire damn life. Well, one of the longest. There was that one time I was pursuing Frank James, Jesse James's brother.
Jesse James?
Perhaps we could talk about that one later. Now, where was I? Right. I had old man Clanton in my sights.
Damn contraption jammed to death. Would you dead die? Would I ever
Nie. Dobra, muszę przeczekać.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
What a piece of crap!
Oj.
Let's see what you got. These are good men you're killing.
Dobra.
You one stupid zombie.
O, jeszcze.
Do I gotta reload again? Oh, I don't know how you lived this long.
No i dobra.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
No dobra. Strzelanina w tartaku. No okej. Taki stereotypowy wręcz tartak, jeśli chodzi o
A few
stan.
weeks after that dust up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo.
7 miesięcy
I
później.
had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bright?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why.
Herb's coming!
Get ready, boys. But first I need to tell you about the cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious.
God damn, he's hard to hit.
A karabin.
What the heck just happened?
Przeładowany mam.
Curly Bill took charge of the cowboys upon the old man's demise, and after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge.
Dobra, i 2 strzałowce. Trzeba naładować. W sumie jeden. Ale nieważne. Oj. Zginąłem. Czy Silas zginął. No ale cóż.
Would somebody kill him? You can't hide forever!
No i dobra.
Hit him!
So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil.
That ain't Herb, is it?
Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
Dobra. Dobra. To się fajnie udało, przyznaję. Dobra.
I'm sick of dealing
Dobrze pamiętam, tutaj na tej mapie są akurat dość trudne fragmenty. Trochę później.
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the cowboys identified each other, and I was beginning to wish I had one myself.
No.
But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed, and that's what drove me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cap.
Earp wasn't much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have taken him.
That Lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Brzyna nie chce.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal? Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
Raczej dało się to po prostu, no, to, że pamiętam, to się da po prostu strzelić w to. Oczywiście teraz musiałem sobie o tym przypomnieć, że da się w to strzelić i wtedy ten... Oj, no chyba jakiś nożownik.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot.
Ciekawe wytłumaczenie. Dobra. Trzeba się przedrzeć przez cały tartak. Dopiero 18 minut tego odcinka.
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
Chyba troszkę zabłądziłem. Nie. Z tej strony się nie da przejść. A, dobrze, poszedłem tu.
Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
Tutaj w tej szopie też na pewno jest jedna znajdźka, bo to pamiętam. A gdzie jest moja strzelba? Oj. No niestety. Przeszarżowałem troszkę. No i dobra. A, żeby było ciekawiej, na przykład jeśli chodzi o broń palną, już nigdy w życiu żadnej nie dotknąłem. Jedną bronią, którą bym się w miarę trochę tam mam pojęcie jakkolwiek się posłużyć, to jest łuk. Tak, taki sportowy. Więc to nawet ciężko mu nazwać bronią. Jest tak śmiesznie. Zdarzyło mi się raz strzelać z łuku, jak byłem w szkole mieliśmy taką, jechali do szkoły, do podstawówki, chyba była 4. czy 5. klasa, jak właśnie klub sportowy, właśnie strzelecki z mojego miasta, tak, jakiś miejski klub, czy jak to się nazywa, nie wiem, dokładnie to ma takie dość skomplikowane te nazwy. Dobra. O, no i dobra. Jak naciśniecie drugi raz Q, to wtedy się zatrzymuje ten licznik. No i dobra. Licznik tego zużycia. Jeśli chodzi o ten, wiecie, o ten tryb, nie wiem jak to nazwać. To trochę oświetlenie zmienić, założyć jakieś w końcu, nie wiem, rolety albo firanki tu u mnie, bo ja tu mam gołe okno. Mieszkam w środku miasta, w centrum w tym momencie i mam pokój od strony parku. I po prostu i żadnej firanki, zasłony ani nic, nawet też akurat tak średnio przepadam za firankami, zdecydowanie wolę wolę rolety. Dobra. Finał pokonany. Go chyba w kapelusz trafiłem, że dostałem te 10, zresztą nie wiem. A propos kapeluszy, to ja uwielbiam chodzić w kapeluszu. Nie, oczywiście nie takim kowbojskim, tylko takim bardziej typu garniturowego. Na pewno nie wiem, jak oglądaliście Wabank, czy tak, Wabank 1, Wabank 2, czyli Riposta, to tam właśnie działo się to w dwudziestoleciu międzywojennym właśnie i wtedy takie było modne. Dobra. Rzućmy im granat. No i dobra. O, nie da się przejść, dobra. Już myślałem, że zablokowali przejście jakimś skryptem, ale jednak nie. Dobra.
That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
Wtedy to, w tamtych czasach to prawie wszystko w Stanach było drewniane. Chyba nawet pierwszy Biały Dom był drewniany, ale tutaj pewności nie mam. Ale większość budynków zdecydowana.
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand.
Oczywiście ładne miejsce. Dobra. Ładowane, rewolwery, karabin też. Tu. O Boże, tego fragmentu nienawidzę.
Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
ma zwyczaj strzelać kielicha, nim zacznie strzelać. Dobre. Czytam, bo tu pod kamerką nie widzicie.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Time to dance. We got no chance and no future. Quiet, Earp. Did that sumbitch Earp send you to kill me? Got a lot of sand showing up here all by your lonesome. Damn! A bottle!
Chyba jednak
Kill that stupid son of a bitch!
teraz się lepiej wycofam. Jak mówię, ta walka jest tutaj dość trudna. O. Stosy drewna. Oj. No niestety. Podejrzewam, że jakieś sztuczki montażowe będziecie mieli. Jakieś, nie wiem, przyspieszenie czasu albo coś takiego.
No one kills Curly Bill! You asshole! You can't hide forever, boy. Shit. Time to kiss your ass goodbye. Kill you like I killed Morgan. Come out wherever you are.
No obłąkańczy śmiech.
I want to see you dead. Come on, kill that annoying son of a bitch.
Dobra. Tu jest ten boss.
How's your footwork, boy? Make you pay for that.
140 nabojów jeszcze, dobra.
You like a scared kill that mother's cocksucker. This ain't my day to die. You can't hide forever, boy.
A gdzie on jest? A nie, to nie ten.
Still standing.
Mówię, to jest dość ciężki etap. Dobrze, że tu mam problem.
Gates of hell.
Natomiast ładnie schodzi ten. Ładnie schodzi życie bossowi jak mu zacznę strzelać z 2 rewolwerów naraz. O, ho, ho. Ciekawe, gdzie on zwiał. Szkoda, że nie ma quick save'a.
Brocious gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
Następny w kolejce do władzy i do piachu. Johnny Ringo. Albo Ringo. Tak bardziej z amerykańskim akcentem. Kilka miesięcy po zgonie.
Incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Oczywiście. Obaj. Musi tak łazić.
Incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Chociaż się uchyliłem. Nie wiem.
That's
Ale
incredible,
celowo w tej
sir.
grze mam
I
mniejszą
always
czułość
thought that Doc
myszki
Holliday
niż
was the one
zwykle.
that killed him.
Hmm.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
I znowu.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Znowu ktoś mi pisze. No i nie wiem już, który to raz z kolei.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him. That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
I znowu.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Dobra.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true. Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo.
No, dziękuję wam bardzo za oglądanie tego drugiego już odcinka z... O, tutaj. Jeszcze mi się, wiecie, przyciski mylą. A wam dziękuję za oglądanie, zachęcam do subskrypcji, no i zapraszam na kolejne odcinki i zarówno z Call of Juarez Gunslinger, jak i z Wiedźmina pierwszego.